Hello, art students. Today we're going to be making 3D pop-out letters. You're going to need a paper, pencil, and scissors. First, I want you to think about what word you will write. Go ahead and fold the same way I do. If your word is going to be very long, you should fold the opposite way. What I'm creating today will only be 3 letters, so I'm going to keep my paper in the landscape position, fold it in half, and then fold it in half a second time, ending up with a very thin rectangle. Once you have that done, go ahead and open it up and you will be able to write your word in one of the center sections. I will be writing in the third section. I'm just going to do 3 letters and a dot. With your letters, you need to make sure they are chunky bubble letters. All letters must touch the top and the bottom line. To help you do that, do not draw the top line. Just have the fold of your paper be the top line of your letter. And again, every letter needs to touch the top and bottom line. Also keep in mind that your letters need to be thick. We are going to cut these out eventually, and we don't want to have very thin letters that might rip and tear or that are just simply way too hard to cut around. Once you have your letters drawn out, I want you to pay attention to the bottom parts of every letter. It should be touching that line and along with the top. It should be touching that line where the fold created. Next, grab your scissors. We are going to cut out the easy parts, the edges. Go ahead and cut along those folds and cut along the shape that your letter created. Next is the tricky part. You're going to need to cut in between every letter. So we can't get to those through the top or the bottom, so we need to go through the center. We're going to make a little pinch in the section we want to cut out. Take our scissors and cut right on top of that, just a small little cut. That way it will give us access for our scissors to get in there and start cutting out that shape. This process can be a little difficult, so take your time. I do want to show you that one more time. A section that I want to cut out, I'm going to take it and make a little pinch. This pinch will create a fold which we will easily be able to cut. So now that I cut it, it makes a little access point for my scissors to get in there. When you have a smaller area, make a even smaller cut so you don't end up cutting your letter. When cutting out your sections, take your time. This can be a little challenging. Keep in mind you can rotate your paper to get a better access point to a certain cut, along with rotating your scissors. Once it is all cut out, you are going to need to do the last step, which is folding. You're going to fold all those sections back away from the letters. So the bottom I fold back, the top I'm folding back as well, just pinching the letters. The top section you are going to crease back again. Once you get them all folded back, I like to create a triangle. So 2 of your sections are going to be stacked on top of each other to make this shape. I'll show you at another angle if it makes a little more sense that way. If you can see, 2 of those are stacked right on top of each other to make a triangle. And now your 3D letters are popping out. Be creative throughout this process, and I'm excited to see what you create.